right? But as far as the question of scholars is concerned, Ayatollah Sayyid Kamal al-Haidari is one of those scholars who has really done a great job. He lives inside, he's in Iran, right? And he repeatedly complains about what he calls Qutut Hamra. So he has raised the alarm, and he has mainly focused on the concept of, or the notion of hadith fabrication. So you see all those scholars who defend and justify Ghuluww, what is their basis? What is their argument? They say, look, we're not telling you stuff from our pocket, okay? I have with me here the book of the Imam, okay? These are the narrations of the Imams. This is the collection. In this collection, it is mentioned that Imam said so and so. What do you want me to do? Ar-raddu ala al-Imam, you want me to sorry, this belief of yours is, too intense, and I reject it. I can't do that. That's what the traditional scholars say. So the Reformist scholars, they respond by saying, "Listen, Baba, have you read the same books that we have read? Come, we show you." So, and this is the problem. Many of the scholars who are going on as if business is, as with businesses, as if everything is hunky-dory, they haven't really studied in depth. So inshallah, when I will share with you the narrations from our oldest and most authoritative sources of ilm al-rijal, like for example, Rijal al-Kashi, okay? When you will see the narrations of the Imams, that is when you will realize how dangerous this is, and you will realize the enormity of the deviation that has taken place. And that is when you will realize how serious this is as a problem, okay? So these reformist scholars have discovered these crucial pieces of evidence, but not every scholar has, because these pieces of evidence, they're not lying there on the first page of every book. They are buried in multi-volume encyclopedias of hadith and rijal and fiqh and usul. So you have to go through those to discover all of this. Although my argument is, unfortunately, I also had to learn all of this the hard way. I had to go really deep into the sources to get a sense of what's going on. But the reality is, I now realize I didn't have to do all of that. And that's why I don't want to complicate things. I don't want to go too deep into those things. Part of me does not want to, part of me wants to. The part of me that wants to, because people, they value scholarly statements more. That's the sad reality. They value the scholarly statements more than Allah's direct and explicit statements in the Quran. Otherwise, my argument and my contention is that if you just read the Quran sincerely, removing the blinkers of sectarian brainwashing and what you've been fed with from your childhood, you read the Quran, you go by the obvious of what it is saying, that is sufficient.